If you are new here, welcome. I'm Becca Boschich. I am a photographer and artist based in Orlando, Florida. And I welcome you here. I know we've had a lot of people add themselves, and we host alternative style shoots throughout the state of Florida. But every Tuesday, I'm typically in here at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, and we talk about marketing and business skills to help you up-level your business. So tonight's topic is all about how to plan a month's worth of Instagram posts in one sitting. This is a topic that everyone wants to know about and everyone doesn't want to know about. And what I mean by that is that I think that social media content planning can be very daunting and overwhelming for a lot of people. So that's what I want to talk to you about today, guys, because I have a very simplified method that can help you have the minimal effort with maximum effect, and it's not going to be as overwhelming as you might think. Okay, so I know we got a couple people signing on, so just say hello so I know that you're here. And I want to give just a moment because I know there's always a delay, and then we'll dive right in. Okay, so if you guys can do me a favor, just pop a comment that says hello or something. I want to make sure that Facebook's functioning okay at this moment. Sometimes they keep changing how we go live, and it's like they keep moving all the buttons and everything, and it's just crazy. Hey, Mecca, thank you. Sweet. Hey, Alyssa. Okay, so let's talk about this. Before we dive into the simplified method to be able to create a month's worth of Instagram posts in one sitting, I want to talk to you about one thing, and do not scroll away when I say this word. I want to talk to you guys about mindset, okay? Because in addition to being a photographer, I'm also a mixed media artist, and I have worked alongside artists for a long time and creatives of all kinds and helped them learn how to market themselves effectively. And what I hear from 90% of creatives all the time is that they want to be able to market themselves and they want to reap the benefits of that. But the typical phrase that I hear is, I know I need to be doing this, but I hate social media. I really loathe it, and I just want somebody else to do it for me. And I get that. I totally get that. As a creative, I totally get that. But here's the thing. If you have that mindset, it's going to directly affect your marketing results when it comes not to just social media, but everything else where you're putting any marketing efforts, okay? Your thoughts become patterns and beliefs, and that directly affects your life and your business, okay? So one thing that you have to understand is that when it comes to business, I don't want to say unfortunately, but the fact is about 80% of what you do, statistically this has been shown, is marketing and business. And 20% of what you do is the actual creative part, the part that we're all passionate about. It's really only 20%. So here's the thing you have to figure out for yourself. Is this a hobby or is it a business, and what do I want from it? Okay, because if you want to profit from what you're doing, and when I say profit, that either means creating enough income so that you support yourself, you don't have to work for someone else, or it means creating some income so you can invest in more gear and supplies for what you love to do, or it may be, putting in the effort to be able to have more opportunities in the field that you're in. There's all different ways that you can profit from investing time in marketing. And you have to decide what that is, because if you are in this to help support you as a business, a viable business where you don't have to work for someone else, or if you want more opportunities, you have to commit to marketing yourself. You have to commit to the 80% of the work that it takes to do the business portion, to make the opportunity for you to do the passionate part that you have with your creativity. That 20%, that's the actual art of what you're doing. So really, really take a step back, and I encourage you to shift your mindset. What we're going to talk about tonight is a simplified form of what I normally do for my own marketing. And it makes it very easy in comparison to what I think we allow ourselves to be overwhelmed by. And I'll explain what that means in a minute. But what I really challenge you to do is to set your preconceived notions aside and spend just 30 days trying this. 1 month. Just 1 month to try this out. Okay? And if that doesn't work for you and you don't want to do it, then fine. But try it for 30 days, because I'm telling you, if you can just set a small goal for yourself and give something a try and see the kind of rewards that you're going to get, that's going to encourage you to keep going, okay? If you sat here and told yourself, okay, well, I know I really need to market, I'm going to start posting Instagram every day, that is going to fail in about 3 days. Trust me. It's just not the way that we work. That's just not how our minds as creatives work. Okay. And what I have found has worked for me best, especially recently trying to challenge myself for 30 days straight posting on TikTok, is that if I break it down into smaller steps and just tell myself, I'm going to try this. And if I see a result that's positive, then I'll keep going. I am 1,000 times more likely to make myself committed to that task and actually accomplishing it and seeing a better result. So please keep that in mind, okay? So let me go ahead and dive in. So there's 3 steps to being able to post or to create a month's worth of Instagram content in one sitting. And yes, this can absolutely be done. Like, you don't want to sit there every day and be like, what photos should I post? What should I say? Who do I need to connect with? How do I make them comment? That's a lot of work, guys. So what we're going to do is condense this into an actual framework for you that you can do in one sitting and get things done. Okay? So the first thing is there's going to be 3 steps. The first step is I want you to make a collection of photos in a file folder on your desktop. These are the photos that you're going to post. Any photos that are of you, of what you do. Unless you're a model, because for models, all those photos are going to be of you. But unless you're a model, that's going to be 2 separate things, right? Your work and pictures of you. Okay. So secondly, I want you to get a social media planner. Okay. There's a lot of them out there. I personally use Plan. It's spelled Plann. There's also Planoly and another one called Later. There's many more than that, but those are the 3 I'm most familiar with. What those do is it will actually allow you to set up a faux grid so you can put in all of your photos, arrange them any way that you like, and that will help you to see what you're going to post next. You can also put your content, write it right into these and save it. These all also allow you to post from those planners directly to social media and Instagram. I personally don't do that because there's always been a lot of talk about how you get dinged in the algorithm if you post directly from an app like that. But personally, I plan in those apps, like my Plan app that I use, and I just copy and paste it directly into Instagram in hopes of getting the highest reach in the algorithm. That's just a little tip from me, okay? So one thing about these grids is I know like 5, maybe 7 years ago, having this perfectly curated grid was really important, something that was eye-catching that would make people stop their scroll. And people are finding out now that people really want to see the real you, the creator that's behind the art, the creator that's behind the creative business. And it doesn't need to be as polished. You'll hear a lot of educators say that, but I will give you just a little bit of warning with that. As a photographer and a visual artist, I know that I personally respond more readily to beautiful feeds. That's just me. And as an alternative photographer, my clients tend to be very detail oriented and they look at that too. So even though it's not as important to have this beautifully curated feed, and I don't want that to pressure you in any way, I am personally mindful of that when I'm arranging my photos in those faux grids in my planner, okay? So I want you guys to know, once you have your photos, once you have a planner ready to go, that it's time to plan your content. But you need to know that you do not have to post every day to be successful. And I think that's what people stress out about so much. Like, oh my God, 7 days a week, that's 28 posts a month. I can't do that. And I get it. It's overwhelming. We're busy. But the good news is you don't have to do that to see success with your marketing. That's the great thing about it, okay? So to plan your content, I'm going to give you the most simplistic but impactful method to market yourself on Instagram while it reduces stress, maximizes your time, and you're going to see results, okay? So the importance of social media marketing and how often you post really differs for all of us. And what I mean by that is if you are someone who has a business where you get most of your business due to referrals from other people, then thinking about posting on social media every single day is probably not that important for you because you're already getting enough marketing from your clients that's filling your books, right? Now, if you aren't, that might be a different story, okay? But the minimum that I suggest that you post per week is 3 times a week, okay? But like I was saying, if you're getting a lot of referrals, that whole idea of do I need to post every day? Someone like you, probably not. It differs for all of us, guys. But no matter who you are, I do recommend at least 3 times a week to make your posts, okay? Because you have to realize that even if you do have a really good referral system going on with your clients and people that you network with are on social media every day. So regardless of how much business that you have coming in, you still want to be consistent with connecting with people outside of your face-to-face contact with them. You want to be top of mind to them because you want to constantly remind them of you so they continue to refer you to other people. So it's important to have a social media presence. Just know that it does not have to be every day for you to be successful. So if that helps you feel a little bit better, let me hear in the comments, because I think a lot of people feel like, oh my God, I have to post every single day. I got to be in stories every single day to be successful. Hey, Miss Kristen. Gosh, I hope you are going to stay safe in this storm. I know that it's going to be pretty bad. Being someone who's grown up in Florida my whole life, I know how that is. So I've been thinking about you guys. I know there's a lot of people in here that are from Louisiana and Texas, and so you guys be careful, please. So you want to be top of mind with people, even if you get most of your referrals, your clients from internal marketing. Okay. So just be present, but no, it doesn't have to be daily to be successful. So again, the minimal post recommendation is 3 times a week, and consistency is key. If you're posting here and a couple weeks later you post there, you're going to not see a lot of effect from your marketing. Those efforts are really for naught. So just know that consistency is key, okay? And each post should do one of 4 things. It needs to either educate, inspire, entertain, or inform, or it can be a combination of those things. So again, each post that you put out needs to educate, inspire, entertain, or inform, okay? Now, typically what I do is I recommend that people think of 5 to 7 content themes that you can rotate through on social media, create consistency. And that way you know ahead of time what to talk about, and you give your audience something that they come to expect and look forward to. But this is going to be a simplified method, okay? We're going to be posting 3 times a week, all right? So we're going to choose 3 content themes for minimal effort and lots of impact, okay? So we'll post 3 times a week with these themes. So what that means is we're going to sit down, and all we have to do is prep 12 posts. Because if we're only posting 3 times a week and we've got 4 weeks in a month, it's only 12 posts, guys. What a relief compared to 30 posts, right? It's really not that hard. I'm going to simplify this even further, okay? So we're not talking 30 posts. We're talking sitting down and only writing 12, okay? 3 of your posts are going to be about one content theme. Another 3 will be about your second content theme. And the last 3 will be about your third content theme, okay? So, excuse me. Let me make sure, because I think I messed up. 4 posts for each content theme, not 3, okay? So 4 will be about one content theme, another 4 about a second, and a third set of 4 posts will be about your third content theme. My goodness, I'm sorry. I hope I did not make that totally confusing there, okay? But 12 posts, 3 content themes, 4 posts per content theme. I hope that clears it up. Let me know if I totally confused you. I apologize for that, guys. So are you with me? And are you starting to see how we can simplify this? I hope that you're seeing that, because this does not have to be super complicated. Just hang in there with me, okay? So when you know what you're going to post about ahead of time, you have a plan, and you'll be so much more at ease, and it's more speedy with creating your content, okay? So again, I encourage you to do this for 1 month. We're going to dive into this a little bit deeper in just a second, but give it 1 month and see how it goes. Do that, commit to it before you say no and toss it aside, okay? So we're going to talk about the 3 content themes that you are going to be using for your month's worth of Instagram posts, okay? I call this the 3 S's, all right? Share is 1, serve, and spark conversation, okay? Share, serve, and spark conversation. So let's talk about the first content theme, sharing, okay? These are posts that are going to be about you. You can call this an about me post if that makes it easier for you, okay? This kind of post will entertain, inform, and inspire. So it's a little bit of a combination of what we were talking about, okay? So once a week, you want to share something about yourself, okay? The person that's behind the work at least once a week with a photo of your face, okay? Again, we are trying to simplify things so we have to do less, but it's more impactful, right? So it's going to seem like we're sharing our face a lot more often in the feed, but we're posting less. We're not posting 7 days a week. So get your face in a window with some pretty natural light. If you're a photographer, find a photographer friend to help you out. Or if you aren't a photographer and you know a photographer friend, see if you can make up some sort of deal with each other. If you need someone in your area to help you with this, post in our group. See if there's someone local who can help you out. Get some photos, because guys, you only need 4 photos for this month's content. Just 4 photos of you. That's it. Okay? This can be posted along with some content that can be multiple things, but again, it's about you. So if you are not familiar with these hashtags, look them up on Instagram. I'm sure a lot of you are. There's one called Friday Introductions. Look up that hashtag. You'll see a lot of examples, of posts that are about themselves, the person behind the business. You can also look at Monday Meet the Maker. That's another one. But basically what you want to do is you want to have a post that tells them about you so they can connect with you in some way. They can get to know the person behind the business. Because I'm going to tell you, the thing is that with the type of businesses that we have, I'm a huge believer in personal branding. Personal branding is where your personality is the foundation of the marketing for your business. Because the one thing that helps you stand out from the rest that's doing something very similar to you is who you are. And so it's extremely important. So that's why these type of posts, as difficult as I know they are for creatives, because a lot of us are introverted and it just feels uncomfortable to us. It is so important. I'm going to tell you guys that those posts that I've made about myself, where I've shared stupid things like the fact that I alphabetize my spices, gets more interaction than my work has ever gotten. Because you know why? They can't relate to what I do creatively. But people can relate to the humanity of myself. They can relate to the person that I am. That's why these posts are so important. You said that's a long sitting? I don't know if I know what that means. You'll have to explain it. But that's why these are so important. So for example, with these introduction posts, you could do something like, here's 3 truths and a lie about me. Which one is the lie? And that will cause people to learn more about you, but also to comment, to help them engage in the post. You could post something like 5 fun facts about me you may not know, things I can't live without, the top 3 to-dos for my bucket list, things like that. Trust me, it may seem mundane and like it doesn't really mean a lot to you. It means a lot to your audience. It really does. These type of posts bring you down to earth for your audience. They can't do what you do. They can't see themselves in you through your art, okay? They can't relate to that. What they can relate to is your humanity, okay? The simple things that make up your personality, your likes, your dislikes, what you value, all those things. The fact that you're a pepperoni and mushroom pizza fiend. These things they can relate to, and this is what makes your audience feel connected to you. And that is the whole point of social media, is connection, right? So these type of posts are very, very important, and you only need to write 4. So get 4 photos of you, put them in your folder, upload them into your planner, set them out for 1 a week, and create 4 posts. Okay, nice and simple. Michelle says, do I really want people knowing I'm a hot mess? That is so good. Yes. Because that makes you realistic to them. Having these perfectly curated feeds with these perfect personalities and everything's all perfect, it's not real. And it really helps people to know that you're real just like them. And I like to tell people too, because people feel so uncomfortable about these posts, but there's a difference between personal and private. And what I do is I make a list of things that I am willing to share with the public about me and my life that are personal, okay? Private is things like dirty laundry that no one really needs to know about. They don't need to know your whole life story. But certain personal things about myself, I'm going to share, okay? So there is a difference between those two things. So I don't want this to make you feel too vulnerable. Just know there's a difference between personal and private, and just make your own decision as to what those things are. But yes, knowing that you're a real person and showing a little bit of vulnerability, that's actually a really good thing. People can connect with that. They love to see our art, but they just can't connect with the part of you that's an artist if they aren't a creative themselves. Any questions on this part so far before I go to part 2? Okay, so the next content theme is serve, all right? So this is something that's going to educate, inform, and also position yourself as an authority figure in your field, okay? So when I say create 4 serving posts, what I mean by that is there's a lot of different ways you can do this. You can, number one, do client tips, okay? Like if you're a florist, you can give tips for bouquet enjoyment longevity. If you're a wedding photographer, you can talk about why a bride should have her engagement ring cleaned before her wedding day. If you're a baker, you can recommend couples get 2 slices packed to go, at their wedding because so they can enjoy that later, because we all know that at weddings, if you've ever been through a wedding yourself, you're so busy you hardly taste the food. If you're a model, you can give skin care tips. There's all kinds of tips that you can do that can help serve your clients and potential clients, but also position you as an authority figure in your field. Okay. Another way to serve is put like now booking posts or shop update posts. Speak directly about how you serve your clients. Okay. What service or product do you offer that meets a want or a need? Okay. This is where you can actually, it's okay to do, I don't want to call it a sales post, but it's absolutely okay to tell people about what you do, what you have to offer them. Okay. Because that's why you're there, right? You want to inform and educate people about what you do and why you're the right fit for them, okay? Another type of serving post can be posting about what makes you different, okay? How do you serve your clients in a way that sets you apart from the rest in your industry, okay? So that could be your specific niche that you serve. It could be the type of client experience that you have. It could be your organization and professionalism. If you do something a little bit different than everyone else, and we all do in some way, talk about that. Talk about it. It's really important, okay? Another type of serving post is sharing client testimonials. Those are direct examples of how you serve others. So please share them, okay? So right there is 4 examples of how you can do a serve post, okay? So you'll need 4 of those in a month, all right? And our last content theme is going to be spark conversation. Okay, that's the whole point of social media, is to connect, and you want people to comment, right? We want people to comment and engage because that boosts us in the algorithm, and we want them to feel connected to us in some way. Okay, so these posts to help spark conversation, those can entertain and inspire people. All right, so let's talk a little bit about how you can do this. There's a few ways that you can do that. One way is to ask questions, okay? You can ask the audience's opinion. You can ask things about themselves. People love to talk about themselves. So ask them. Ask them. They are so happy to share. You just have to give them that opportunity. So let's say you're a photographer and you post a photo and you post a color version and a black and white version and say, you know what? I love this photo, but I can't decide between these two. Which do you like better, color or black and white? People will respond to that right away, okay? You could post a photo with all kinds of fall vibes in it and talk about your favorite season, because we're about to approach that, right? Everyone's getting ready for spooky season. And you could talk about that and ask them, hey, what is your favorite season? Do you love fall too? And if it's something different, tell me what season you love best and why, okay? You could also put like, would you rather post? You could say, would you rather give a gift or get a gift? Would you rather plan your days or choose on the fly? Now make sure that these relate somehow to you, your brand, and what you do, okay? You don't want to just start posting some random things, but it's fun to post just a little, seasonal content or a question that, is fun that they may not be seeing elsewhere, so they could be part of your journey and part of conversation with you, okay? If you're a baker, you could say, guys, which flavor would you rather see in this cake, chocolate or vanilla? It can be as simple as that, okay? You can also run a poll or post a quiz, okay? These can be a great way to get people to comment, but also to give you some little bit of insight and do some market research to learn more about your clients, okay? So you can say, which 3 of these designs do you like best? Which 2 photos do you like most? Which date would be your top choice for a mini session this fall, okay? So you can gain information, involve them in the process, learn a little bit more about your audience, okay? Those are the 3 content themes, guys. That's it, okay? So let's go over it again. We've got Excuse me. My allergies are killing me today. So we have got share, and then we have serve, and we have spark conversation. The share posts are the posts about you and who you are, the person behind your business. The serve posts are to educate, inform, and position you as an authority figure in your field. And third is spark conversation. You just need 4 posts for each content theme, and you have 12 posts for the month. That's it. If you sit down and you follow this framework, you can get this done very quickly, okay? And I'm gonna tell you right now, it might take you a little bit longer at first, but try it. Because if you could sit down and in a couple hours have this done versus like sifting through your week and getting to the point, oh, what am I gonna post today? Which photo do I need to get? What should I post about? That's gonna take you forever. When you have this framework and you sit down in one sitting and you do all your work in one batch, it's called batch work, okay? It's super effective, it's super efficient. You will spend way less time writing and planning content for social media. Also, it's gonna be much more effective because when you rotate through these content themes and you do a post from each content theme each week, 1, 2, 3 in a row, and then the next week, and the next week, and the next week, you're creating consistency for your brand. You're creating consistency for your audience. They know what to expect and what they look forward to in your communication with them, okay? Before I go any further, are there any questions? Because I know we just went through a lot, but it really is simple. This is a simplified version. You don't have to post every day to see success, guys. You don't. You can do 12 posts in one sitting for the month and be okay. So what questions have you got for me before I go? Because I know someone's going to be like, what about Reels? And I'll talk about that. So let me give you a second. But yeah, sitting and batching your work and using this framework, it's going to allow you to sit in one session and crank these posts out 1,000 times faster than if you ever just sat there trying to figure out what to post, when, why, one at a time. It's too much time. And I'll be honest with you guys, like in this, if you guys think that I'm in here every day just trying to figure out what to post to you guys in this group, I'm going to tell you right now, you are way wrong. I spend 1 day a month making posts every day in this group. 1 day a month. I pre-plan it. And if you guys are paying attention to what I post, you'll probably start noticing. Can't rattle them off all on the top of my head, but Monday, I always put some sort of inspirational post because I want to start your week out right. I want to give a little bit of encouragement and inspiration. So I choose 4 quotes for the month, okay? Every Tuesday we go live, so I don't typically have to do too much of a posting there except to let you guys know what we're going to be talking about. For example, every Thursday we have a social media tip. And once a week I always post something that helps you tell a little bit about yourself and network with each other so you guys can connect and create relationships. So I have this list and I sit down once a month and I plan a month's worth of content, and that's every day posting, not just 3 days a week in our Facebook group, okay? Now Instagram, I'm doing 3 days a week right now. That's what I'm doing. So what I'm telling you is exactly what I do. And it's so much more effective to sit down and just, I'll have my month calendar in front of me, and 1 day a month is admin day. Another day a month is social media day. I plan all that out. It saves so much time when you could concentrate on one topic and crank it out, okay? And there's so many studies on this, guys. Trust me, we get so distracted, and it shows that if you are constantly switching gears, trying to do something creative, and then trying to switch to social media and try to answer emails, and you're just back and forth, you're gonna get a whole lot less done. It may feel like you're multitasking, you may feel like you're being really productive, and it took me a long time to really accept that, because you're not. You are absolutely not. Alyssa says, this is the simplest method I've ever been taught, and it already feels less stressful. Yes, I'm excited to try it. Alyssa, do it. Stick with it for 30 days. Let me know how it goes. This is a simplified form. If you guys want to post more than 3 times a week, you can add additional content themes to this. This is just the 3 that I personally feel are the most impactful out of all the ones that I've done, all the ones I could tell you to try. These are the most impactful, okay? If you've ever done a post with your face before and told just a little bit about yourself, you guys know the impact it has. It may feel the most uncomfortable, but you have the biggest result from it. So that's why that's included in this. Showing people how you serve them and serve them well, what makes you different, the value that you have, educating them, giving them tips. These are high value posts, guys. That's why you can get away with posting only 3 times a week. That's how you get away with it, because when you are posting, it's high quality content. Don't just post to post. That doesn't matter. But consistency is important and quality is important, okay? I don't care what they change in the algorithm, okay? It doesn't matter what they change in the algorithm. What our goal is to engage, to connect with people. That has always been the goal with social media, no matter what they have changed. Now, the methods in which we do that might be shifting a little bit with the algorithm changes over time, but the ultimate goal is the same. So please realize that. We make it much more difficult than it needs to be. Yes, Michelle, welcome to my TED Talk. She said I needed this TED Talk. It's hilarious. But yeah, we just make this so much more difficult than we need to. And I just think that it's so easy to overwhelm ourselves with the business aspects of what we do. And don't think because I'm in here teaching the stuff that I haven't ever felt like that I haven't struggled with that I haven't ever thrown my pen at the wall and said, I don't friggin' want to do this. I just want to go paint and I want to take photos. I don't want to sit here for a week and review 5 contracts that I have to return to my lawyer on Monday so I can get legally legit. You know what I mean? I hate that stuff. But it's a necessary evil, and there's ways to break things down more simplistically than I think everyone blows things up to be, so you can get this done and you can be impactful, okay? So I want you guys to do this for 30 days and let me know how it goes. So the next thing you're going to say is, what about Reels? Okay. Do not overwhelm yourself. Once you do a 30-day, do this 30-day method, if you can get through that, then let's talk about Reels. Do not worry about this don't worry about Reels for the first 30 days. Please do not. Because I'm going to tell you right now, even though Instagram is moving more towards video, I am seeing very hit or miss results right now. It's going to take them some time to really streamline what they're doing. And I typically, again, hit or miss, I'm seeing more impact when I don't do Reels than when I do. That doesn't mean I'm stopping doing Reels. I'm still doing them because, again, they are moving towards that. But do not worry right now if you're not on that bandwagon, okay? So I want you to spend the first 30 days doing the simplified method. Post 3 days a week, 12 posts for a whole month. Then let's talk about Reels, okay? So when you do that, the second month, make a decision on doing just 2 Reels, okay? And I'm going to simplify this for you too, okay? So when I say just do 2 Reels in the second month, after you have successfully done this method for the first 30 days, in your second 30 days, make 2 of those posts a Reel. Now you use the same content things, doesn't matter. You don't have to switch anything up. We're just going to video, right? So let's make this easy for ourselves. You don't have to sit and do a video of you talking. You don't have to do a voiceover if you don't want to. Does it help to show your face? Absolutely. But you don't have to sit and make all these videos. That can be done down the road. There's plenty of opportunity for that, but you don't have to do that right now to be successful. You can use apps like Canva. I know a lot of you are familiar with Canva. It's free, C-A-N-V-A, canva.com. It's also an app on your phone. Or you can use InStories, I-N-S-T-O-R-I-E-S, okay? And you can actually upload still photos and they will turn it into an animation for you. Guys, that's a reel. Make that animation in those, upload it to your Instagram story, or excuse me, Instagram Reels, add some music to it. Even these apps will actually, like InStories, will add music for you if you want to, or you can choose the music in Instagram, but it could be as simple as that. You don't have to do all these transitions and stuff that I know that makes people feel really overwhelmed, especially if they go on to TikTok for the first time. They're like, oh my God, how are these people doing this? I mean, yes, they're eye-catching, but you don't have to start there to be successful, okay? Do not let what you see others on social media when what they're doing make you feel less than, make you feel behind, or that you'll never measure up, so you might as well not bother. Do not let what others are doing influence you in any way. You keep your eyes on your own page, because I'm going to tell you right now, it doesn't take doing that to be successful. That is not something you need to jump out of the gate doing all these crazy transitions, dancing and doing these ridiculous things in front of the camera. And I'm sorry if you do that. I don't mean to be offensive, but I'm not going to be doing that. But you don't have to do all these things that everyone else is doing to be successful, okay? So when you're ready to go into Reels, try out Canva, try out InStories, and set some still photos to animation. Start there. Or if you're out working, take some behind the scenes photos. It really doesn't take a lot of footage to make a reel, because I'm going to tell you guys, if it's 15 seconds or less, people are going to hold attention with your reels more likely than if you're posting one that's 30 seconds to a minute long. Okay, so keep them simple, keep your system simple. This is going to really help you be successful. Okay, so how about when to post? When do you post? What days of the week are best? Okay, Monday through Friday is best, except for Sunday evenings. So if you're posting only 3 days a week, I would probably do Monday through Friday. But weekends, people are busy having fun. They're relaxing from their work week. Sunday night is where everyone is settling back down into their normal routine and they're checking their phones. And I see a huge uptick in responsiveness when I post then. So Monday through Friday or Sunday nights. Okay, even Fridays for me sometimes, to be honest with you, are hit or miss, especially Friday evenings. Everyone's like going out or getting, coming home, getting ready to chill out. I sometimes will see more interaction on a Sunday night post than a Friday night. So Fridays, I usually try to do at lunchtime. Okay. So again, Monday through Friday, unless it's a Sunday night. Now, time of day, that differs for everybody. But I know for me, like generally speaking, if your audience is someone who has a normal work week, early in the morning, lunchtime, 5 o'clock when they get off work, or between 7:30 and 9:30 at night before they go to bed. That usually works best for me, but it just depends on who your audience is and what kind of lifestyle they lead. So keep that in mind, okay? So let me know if you guys have any questions. I want to ask you, because our next live is Tuesday. That's just 2 days away. So would you like the next live to be about how to get engagement? Because I have a caption formula for more engagement. And that formula will help you to be able to write these posts more effectively, because now you know your themes, now you know your topics, you know how often to post, when and where and what. But how do you actually write it out so people engage? How do you make them more likely to comment? Let me know if you would like to hear that. So those of you who are here live, let me hear. Val says yes. Sweet. Anybody else? Because I can talk about anything you guys want. I love talking about marketing strategy, all this stuff, but social media I know people need help with, but I need to know that you guys want to hear about this, because if not, we're going to do a different subject. Michelle says yes with a bunch of S's. I love it. Anybody else? Alyssa says yes, please. All right. Okay, so let's talk about that Tuesday night. We're going to talk about the caption formula for engagement success. And it's real simple too, guys. I like to keep things simple because I think that's the biggest problem we have as creatives. We want to focus on the thing that we're passionate about, and this is just too much in our heads, too much work. So I hope that this has helped simplify things for you. I want you guys to just make a goal of trying this method for 30 days, just 1 month, okay? And let me know how it works for you. I'm going to check back in with you guys. We're going to have a post in a month, and I want to hear how this works for you, okay? So do it, stick with it, shift your mindset. Do not let your beliefs, don't let your thoughts turn into beliefs that will affect your life and your business. Don't. You don't have to make it that hard for yourself, okay? So I'm really excited. I can't wait to see how this works for you guys. I can't wait to hear about your results. I will talk to you Tuesday night about our caption formula for successful engagement, all right? So if you